Okay, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. Girl, I got so much stuff on my mind. First of all, I'm really not. I literally told y'all in my last video that I was not going to get swept up into really anything that has to do with Zeus. Girl, I'm really not getting swept into the Tommie Lee, Natalie Nunn, Bad Girl South, North, East, West, whatever. I'm not getting swept into the Bad Boys, Los Angeles, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, whatever. Like, I'm just not getting swept into the Krishan Blueface, even though sometimes, girl, I have been down here to speak about Krishan and Blueface. But I try my hardest to just like, I don't want that. Girl, I don't I'm not. I'm not doing it. Tommie, I remember when Tommie I remember when Tommie was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I used to go up for Tommie. Like I said, girl, even though I do feel that Zeus is on just a whole nother level, I'm sure there are people out there who look down. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I'll be like, girl, y'all really be watching Zeus? Ugh. But I'm sure that some of y'all were probably saying the same thing about us when, I was really into Love and Hip Hop. Like, oh, you really watch Love and Hip Hop? Yes, I do. And that's what y'all probably say into. So it is what it is. I used to go up for Tommie. I used to love Tommie. I thought she was a bad girl. I thought she was crazy. I thought she was ignorant. But it wasn't, I thought she was misunderstood. I thought she probably had some issues. But I just think it just was because like she probably had like a hard life too. You know? And I was like one of the main ones who was like, if Tommie better come back. Because I think when Tommie came on, Tommie wasn't and I think Tommie was kind of like, just, Love and Hip Hop, they'll have 55 million people on the cast. I don't think she was in the opening credits. And I think when she came back, I think she was. I can't remember. But I was a fan of Tommie. I was. Maybe it's the same Tommie, and maybe I just didn't care. But Tommie, girl, you be doing a lot. When I tell you, even for me, like, girl, you are doing a lot. And I think that sometimes as a YouTuber, I might straddle that line. Sometimes I may go over that line of being inappropriate. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like when I was watching the Real Housewives of Potomac review with y'all, I don't really remember saying God them last 5 minutes and 33 seconds when I was going in on Ashley, I was over here like, oh shit. Ooh. Even I was like, ooh, girl, you should have pulled back just a little bit. Girl, you was doing almost a little too much. Girl, you should have waited to put that behind a paywall. Because, girl, you doing a little too much. So even sometimes I get it, you may go over that line sometimes and, say things. But I think I'm also just being transparent. I'm also sometimes aware of the comments that I make and who they may be directed to. Like, I ain't no fool. Y'all see, girl, if y'all ain't noticed, y'all see I ain't said nothing about Jay Prince and all that mess that was going on with Offset. Girl, I'm not talking about no Jay Prince. Y'all don't have nothing to do with that girl. Jay Prince, girl, live right up the street from me. I don't know nothing about that man. I don't know nothing about that man. I don't know nothing about that man. Okay? So y'all see what I'm trying to say? Girl, daddy ain't no fool. Girl, I got a whole bunch of sins. I don't know nothing about no Offset. I don't know nothing about no Jay Prince. I don't know nothing about nothing. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't heard nothing. Girl, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all see, I ain't said nothing about that story. And I was keeping up with everything too. But I just wouldn't go talk about it. I think I should mess around and say the wrong thing, okay? No, but for real though. I don't know anything about Jay Prince. I've heard some of the straight guys at my old job used to tell me, anyways, girl. But Tommie girl, you gonna get hurt. You're gonna get hurt. Tommie, you're gonna get hurt. Tommie, you're going to get hurt. And the reason why I feel like Tommie's gonna get hurt is because you're talking about someone who has a child, and you're talking about their child, but you probably don't realize what comes along with that. So Tommie Lee was talking about Chris Brown's child. Okay? Now, y'all know I am good for telling y'all, girl, ain't nobody said nothing about your child. Girl, you just mad because they was talking about your parenting because you probably felt attacked in the moment. You used your child to get out of the fact that they were critiquing your parenting. No, girl, she was talking about the child. Okay? And it's not like, all I'm saying is, girl, I'm going to say what I'm going to say about Chris Brown. I try to leave all the kids out of it, no matter who it is, unless, I'm talking about Ash and, the white babies that look like Michael. But Chris has a fan base. Chris has people that will probably die for him, even if I think it's stupid. A lot comes with Chris Brown. So I'm not sure exactly why Tommie, and I'm going to play the clip. I'm not exactly sure why Tommie had enough coochie lips to get down to the internet speaking as reckless as she was. I've said this and I'll say it again. Girl, sometimes I feel like the people get swept up into like the Instagram, like the YouTube. Girl, like this is YouTube. There's a whole real life outside of YouTube. So when I say, like, girl, I watch what I say, because I don't know who watching me. Girl, it was over 1,000 people in my live last night. Praise God. I don't know who on the other end of that. Girl. So you think I'm about to get on here talking about, yeah, and Jay Prince, and girl, absolutely not. Girl, not for no clicks and views. Girl, absolutely not. Girl, the other girls can do it. I'm not doing it. Okay? I'm pretty much not talking about nobody who live in Houston, Texas. And if I do talk about it, it's going to be something real like, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened, boom. So here we go. Y'all know I'm long-winded. This is Tommie. Again, some mess happened with Tommie and Natalie Nunn, and I thought this microphone was out. Some mess happened with Natalie Nunn and Tommie. We talked about that in the previous video. Had something to do with Chris Brown's son. I guess Tommie wanted to see the son or something or see the baby. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. See the child, the baby, and I guess they wouldn't let her. And so I guess when Natalie released a story, Tommie got online to, I guess, dispute what Natalie said. And this is what Tommie had to say. Are y'all listening?
You don't want nobody to see your baby, cool. Motherfucking baby. Fuck the baby. And fuck daddy, too. What the fuck? Really? I know that's right. Right. Like, girl, I ain't pressed by no motherfucking baby. Fuck him. All y'all look all bino as fuck. Y'all motherfucker. Big baby look like he got a little something going on with I'm scared of the baby, bitch. Oh my eyes cocked like a pistol, bitch. I don't care about.
And then you got fish in the back talking about, I know that's right. See? The heifer in the back don't get you popped. Cause she gassing your ass up. Cause I would have been like, girl, is you on live? Girl, let me say something. I want us to go back to a time where we really do believe in kitchen table. You know, it really is a such thing as kitchen table talk. It really, really is. All BS aside. It really is a such thing as kitchen table talk. And I think we should go back to that. I don't know what Tommie is on. I just I just think that Tommie is ignorant. And I think that, girl, again, sometimes people get caught up into this YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Zeus, and, you know, I think that because Tommie may have a little gas underneath her where she walks around like I'm the baddest bitch, girl, I'm just saying you're talking about somebody's child and the person that you're talking. It's not like you're talking about some random girl at the mall who, you know, might just get her friends to jump you. Girl, you're talking about Chris Brown's child and all the things that come with Chris Brown. Whether it be people who feel like they need to protect him, whether it be fans, security, some deranged person. Like, you just never know. Does that make sense what I'm saying? And I just think, Tommie, girl, you really need to, you better lay low. Okay, y'all. Let's move on. Did y'all hear what Tommie said? I'm gonna play y'all. I'm gonna play Tommie. I ain't playing it no more because, girl, she was already doing a whole bunch of cursing. Um, but y'all heard what she said. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is an issue that I have whenever we do have these conversations about kids being off limits and not being discussed in a negative way. The problem for me is I don't believe a lot of folk when they say that, because the outrage that I see for kids that are assumed to be heterosexual, no matter the age, the outrage that I see for kids who people assume may not be struggling with their gender identity is not the same outrage that I see for kids who may um, be a part of the LGBTQ community. Example, Zaya Wade. Zaya Wade is a child. People drag Zaya Wade like she is a grown ass woman and have been for years. So I'm just trying to get an understanding of what are we doing? Are we only talking about the kids that are 9 and older? Are we only talking about the kids if you are a certain race, a certain gender? Um, like, is there a requirement? Or is it just we not talking about the kids? Because again, based off of the comments and based off of the outrage, it's hard for me to believe that that is the rule that people follow. So is it if you a year old, you can't talk about the baby. But if you're of speaking age, once you hit 2 or 3 and start putting some words together, then you can talk about that baby. Or is it we not talking about no kids? Is it that a kid is only considered a kid up until the age of 18? Anybody over 18 can get it, or anybody under 18, 17 basically and younger, because they're not legally an adult. That means that they cannot be discussed and talked about in a negative way. I feel like I'm making sense with what I'm saying, and I feel like y'all know that I'm not lying with what I'm saying, because when, not if, but when they post Zaya Wade again in probably a week or two, I just want y'all to read the comments. No one is going to be in the comment section talking about girl off with her head like y'all are with Tommie. Nobody is going to be like, oh my God, she needs to be dealt with. Why are you talking about the kids? Nobody is going to be that way. Nobody's going to say that. People are going to come up with every reason. And if, let me say this, it's going to be a few people in the comment section. Let me not just lie. There's going to be a handful of people in the comment section, probably me and a few other people, that are going to say, leave Zaya alone. But in response to us saying, leave Zaya alone, y'all are going to respond to us and tell us the reason why people are talking about Zaya. It's going to be, well, Gabrielle out here making her be a girl. Maybe if the mama was in the life, then she wouldn't be that way. Dwayne only living through his child. It's going to be something. It ain't just going to be, even if you, and it's nothing for you to agree with, but even if you don't agree with Zaya in her life, again, it's nothing for any of us to agree with. That should have nothing to do with you doing something or saying something as simple as, leave that child alone. Ain't nobody asked you to go to the Pride Parade. Ain't nobody asked you to have some type of understanding. Well, I'm not asking, because at the end of the day, it don't matter. It really don't matter what we agree to or what we don't understand, what we understand. It don't matter. Like, nobody's asking any of that, right? I'm just asking and saying from my observation that when y'all say that kids are off limits, y'all really don't mean it. And if kids are off limits, is there a requirement? And if so, what is the requirement for kids to be off limits? Because a kid is a kid, right? Now, you can't do nothing about the conversations that folk have in their house behind closed walls, right? I mean, girl, you really can't do nothing about the conversations people have, girl, in the comment section. But people are going to say what they're going to say. But if we're going to get on this train of not talking about the kids and being upset and outraged, then don't you think they should be across the board? Okay, let's move on. So, you know the guy, his name is Big Groove, I believe now. He used to go by Groove and Gorilla. He big, swole, girl. He go out to restaurants and, he pop locking and dropping and girl doing doing all that extra stuff. Okay, listen. Just listen to me and listen to me good. Because Cardi B came out in defense of him. Let me start out by saying this. You got to start out by saying something nice. Is he harming someone? No. Is he just having a good time, or what he feels as though is a good time to him? Yes. Is he really like bothering people? I guess not. Could he be making people a little uncomfortable, maybe? Probably so. If I saw him in a restaurant, would I probably go in? Probably not. I'm just being honest with y'all. Because I know his big ass gonna get up and start doing a whole bunch of stuff. It's gonna irritate me. You start getting older, everything irritates you. Girl, just go. Moniece came out and said this. Remember Moniece? Is her name Moniece? Yeah, Moniece came out and said this. Moniece, she always got a lot to say, girl. This is what she said. He's cringy, annoying, overzealous, not funny in the least bit. And I'm sorry. This is what Cardi basically said. Y'all coming for me, but look at Mr. Beast. I don't know who that is. Who is Mr. Beast? Used to do the same corny content these two are doing, and now have his own food franchise, and his net worth is 100 million. And then Moniece responded by saying he's cringy, annoying, overzealous, not funny in the least bit, and she's right. And the problem with society now is that the clout is more amusing than being quiet. Everyone feels the need to comment, petition, or cancel. When the reality is that given the state of society, the world, and this day and age, with the rise of social media, when people see things they don't like, I'm sorry, wait. When people see things they don't like, if they would just simply scroll, not like, not comment, not share, not subscribe to these antics, and these people would have no traction. But society's need to be seen in a comment section is more important. Girl, not you with a whole book. All right. The fake outrage has to stop. Otherwise, allow folks equal opportunity to get a bag. The white folks and Middle Eastern folks, Jake Paul and the Dobre brothers, Art and Funny, they got rich with equally as corny and cringy pranks on YouTube and by appropriating the culture. These two gentlemen aren't hurting us. They're not glorifying sex, goons, or violence. Oh, sex, guns, or violence. So if you're that bothered and that disgusted, just say nothing. I promise they'll stop. They won't have a choice. Sincerely, one of urban America's most hated for no reason. Why everybody feel like somebody? Girl, well, at anybody even thinking about you. But for real though, there was a video, and I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Again, I said what I said earlier. At the end of the day, are they bothering somebody? No. Is he doing a lot to me? I mean, not really. I guess in the grand scheme of things, no. But it's kind of like, girl, sit your big ass down. It's just cringe. Like she said, Moniece had it right at first. It's cringy. It's not funny. Girl, you look a fool pretty much. But is he bothering somebody? No. But girl, the part that gets me, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it, and I don't want to be this person, but the video, and I'm gonna try to play the video, but it's music in the background, and girl, I'm not playing with YouTube and no music. It was a video of him basically at a restaurant. It looked like a room full of white people to me, and he doing all this, and then the other guy is standing on the furniture, and girl, they're about to eat some chicken, and then this white woman is standing up with her camera looking, and they just looking, and I hate to be this person, girl. You really up, girl, doing all this ticking and talking. I hate to say it, shucking and jiving in front of all these white folks, girl. Making your way down to the end of the goddamn room to girl eat a few pieces of chicken. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. I guess like Moniece said, girl, we also don't have to watch the clips either. I'm not going to sit here and say Moniece was lying because a lot of the stuff she said was the truth. But it's just like, ugh. Girl. he just be doing a lot. I think I saw a petition one time. Do I think it's that deep to sign a petition? No. I'm not signing no petition. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, he really ain't bothering nobody like that. And if he want to look like how he gonna look, then I guess he gonna look like how he want to look. I think he looks like an absolute fool. Even before I saw him and that black dude doing all of what they was doing in front of them white folk, I still thought he looked like a goddamn fool. So that's just me. But girl, he might see me on YouTube and say I look like a goddamn fool. So I guess, girl, it is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the whole situation. Jess Hilarious claims that Master P owes her. Jess Hilarious says she believes Fat Trail's claim that his feud with Master P began over broken promises. Master P allegedly wanted to film similar Menace to Society, a film similar to Menace to Society, but later dropped the project, according to Fat Trail. I don't know who Fat Trail is. This led to their fallout. Jess detailed her experience working with Master P. The comedian claims that the executive owes her money after failing to pay for the entire $15,000 for a skit. So she's basically saying that Master P owes her money. Girl, quiet as it's kept, girl. We was just talking about this, a month or two ago with Romeo and him, when Romeo was basically pretty much saying that his daddy was funny with the money. And now you got Jess Hilarious coming out talking about he owe her some money. The girl, y'all don't be paying people that. Y'all love not paying people their money, honey. We already talked about Carl Malone. We ain't talking about him no more. That's enough for right now, girl. That's enough. All right. Girl, I'm about to watch a little bit of TV. Girl, I gotta clean up my apartment because even when they come into my apartment tomorrow, what they doing? They going around. They check like to make sure your what are they called? In case your shit catch on fire, smoke detectors. They come and make sure your smoke detectors are working and all that good stuff. And girl, I do not like for people to come to my apartment, even though it really only be like, girl, literally when they do it, it really only be like a few seconds. But girl, they go everywhere to smoke. It's a smoke detector right here. It's a smoke detector in my bedroom. So girl, I be want to make sure my apartment be like spick and span. Cause I just don't like nobody to walk here, even if they only gonna be in here for 37 seconds and be thinking, oh girl, he live nasty. Girl, I be here sweet, girl Swiffering and girl vacuuming his little rug, girl popping the pillows, making sure all the cabinet is clean, girl, making sure everything is put up in the room, child. And then I also need them to and then my closet looks actually decent. But my light bulb is out in my closet. And girl, my closet is kind of high. Y'all saw my apartment before. My ceilings are kind of high, girl. I can't reach up there. I'm not even about to try. And then my light bulb is out in my laundry room. And I tried to stay. I stood on the laundry thing, but I couldn't get it down. It's screwed in. And then I forgot I had some screws. I was over. So I put in a maintenance request for them to change light bulbs. I mean, girl, y'all already gonna be in here, girl. So you might as well just go ahead in that closet, change that light bulb, go in that laundry room, change that light bulb. So I'm about to finish cleaning up, so. And then one time, girl, I guess the manager was walking around with them, and I knew they was coming because they sent out an email and let you know what day they're coming. You just don't know what time. That's the thing. They'll be here between basically business hours. One day I was here sitting in the living room watching TV, and they was coming by. I think they were changing the vents or something, and she was just walking around with them because I heard some voices in the hallway, and she just came. She was like, "Hey, how are you?" And I was like, "I'm fine." And then she kind of like walked off. Then she went to the with another man to the next door, and I was like, "Girl." But yeah, I just don't like for people to come into my apartment and it's not together. So, girl, let me just get everything together. So, girl, I don't be embarrassed tomorrow and they be talking about I'm nasty. Girl, you know apartment so and so and so and so, they kind of nasty, child. So, bye, y'all.